Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're just about set for a kickoff as we resume action in the second quarter. This taken in. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now this throw caught left side. He's across midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. And the 49ers get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 25. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have we all missed football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again, sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, he got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it. And now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's the 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Rhodes, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Felts. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Looking to throw. Felts. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 27 yards there, a first down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Here comes second down and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8.
They'll come up now on second down.
They'll look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. High in the air to bring it in.
And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Second and 6 coming up.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rhodes.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
They'll look to throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's second down.
Back to throw. Phelps. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime and
today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other They could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Operating from the gun. Brewer. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Harris running straight ahead. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Looking to throw. Brewer. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time, even when they're just warming up. You know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up and throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Nash being chased out left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Nash. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off play action. Nash forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secures? So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have taken the lead.
So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina, and we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Back to throw. Brewer. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
54 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down. Nash flush to his right.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. A carry here for the big tight end.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Nash eluding the pressure right. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richards. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Brewer. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw on third down. Brewer. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nash. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, Nash buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 13. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Brewer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions looking for the win on the road in Week 1. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bears still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Off the play fake. Brewer, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Brewer. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And they go back to Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Brewer. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Back to throw. Nash working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get it rather easily there. A gain of 9 on 4th and 3. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw. Nash flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Back to throw. Nash. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Now the try here for the point after. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Brewer.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Well, they've got the huge lead.
Back now on EA Sports as we welcome you to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. It's the Colts controlling the football as we resume our coverage late in this one in the 4th quarter.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Play action. Nash escaping the pressure right. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Nash feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Richards. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Colts, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Throwing to start the drive. Nash, flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, Nash. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, and the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The try here for the extra point.